Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, Bad Gates Way. I'm okay. I'm doing great. How you doing today? Hello, folks. Let's see if we can have more people on the stream. Remember to check in. Remember to register and check in if you have not. Hi, Leonard. How you doing today? Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, remember to check in if you have not. Go ahead and do that. Glad to have you here too, Leonard. I'm so glad to have all of you on the stream today. We're going to learn something so cool. So again, don't forget to check in, register if you have not, and go ahead and check in. And I will just get started in the next 2 minutes. But while we are waiting, like for more people to join, and if you have not checked in, go ahead and check in. I want you to tell me how your day has been. Uh, I know some of you are coming from the last stream where you learn about Figma dev mode and stuff, and pretty much you're having fun. Tell me how your day has been going. Tell me how the challenges has been going, the hackathons. I want to hear all about it. Tell me on the comment section. Tell me how it's been going. Are you learning something new? Good, good, good. So I see you guys have been having an amazing day. Okay, so today we are actually going to look at webhooks and APIs. Hi, how you doing today? Oh, so Bad Gate 22 said on the MongoDB workshop was too good. That was for by far the highlights. I see. Yeah, learning how to manipulate databases, do some crude operations. Amazing. I'm glad you guys are having fun. All right, so let's have more fun here as well. Yeah, so you missed the previous two. Excited for this one? Awesome, awesome. I mean, you can always go back and rewatch the stream and catch up with the whole instructions and stream. Amazing. So you can like follow up, learn something new, experiment, and keep it going. But good, let's have some fun. Okay, we do. Yeah. So my streams, I love to draw. Why I share some presentations, there's some slide. I also love to draw because I think I relate a lot with drawing. It gives me this real life picture of exactly what we are talking about, right? So I'm Vincent, and I'm your technical streamer from Major League Hacking today, and we'll be looking at webhooks. So we'll be talking about webhooks and APIs, understanding the difference between webhooks and APIs, and how do they actually work and how do we use them in real life. But again, before we dive in and start explaining these keywords, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Yeah, so I saw the comments. So this will be complete beginner friendly. Absolutely. You're not going to write any single line of code throughout this streaming session. We're just going to use non-code automation platforms to see how this works in real life. Okay. So yeah, really beginner friendly. No code, no writing any code. We're just gonna see how we can actually achieve all these uh, amazing stuffs using just non-code platforms. So yeah, you're welcome. It's a beginner-friendly session. So I want to hear from you. If this is the first time you're hearing about the word webhooks, if the first time you hear about the word APIs, let me know in the comment section. I want to have your opinion on what are webhooks. What do you understand by webhooks, and what do you understand by APIs as well? I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Hi, all the way from Brazil. How are you doing today? And how is Brazil today? Nice to have you on the stream. Okay, so 502 bad gateway says so to connect with two different systems we use webhooks that that too in real time. Yeah, that's correct, that's correct. I want to hear more from you all. Let me what you know about webhooks. Tell me what you know about APIs. If this is the first time of hearing the word, if you have like assumption of what it is, whatever is on your mind about webhooks and I want to hear all of them. I'm here to listen. I'm here and we're going to discuss all of it throughout this session. Right? Okay. So please say I heard the word webhooks. I don't know what it means. Awesome. You're in the right place. So today we're going to look at what webhooks are. We're going to learn everything about webhooks. Okay, so someone say I have used one before, kinda used to for a connection with Gmail to do that to call it in real time. Yeah, I think I relate to exactly what you're saying. So I mean that's exactly what webhooks are. They're mainly for real time listening of events. But we're going to get into details of all of it. Okay, so on the conversation, Kusi said APIs helps applications to communicate. Absolutely. I mean, the full meaning of API actually means application programming interface, right? So it's an interface that helps two systems to communicate with each other. And uh, the fun part is the ability for you to write these comments, and I'm reading it is actually API behind the scene, making sure that these two systems are communicating. Like a lot of people are viewing this stream right now on Switch. Some are on YouTube. That's API, making sure that okay, one platform can communicate with the other in real time. So yes, so it has applications to communicate with one another. Okay, so back to Badgate says, I'm confused. Can't we use APIs intra-system? I mean, that's basically what it is. Like, API helps you to communicate with one another. So I'm gonna give you an example. We're gonna dive into it. But yes, we can. I mean, that's actually the work of API. We're just gonna see the difference between it and webhooks, right? Uh, so we don't like really get it confusing. Okay, so let me look at my slide. What is it? So what is APIs? What is webhooks? Though we'll be focusing mainly on webhooks, but we need to understand APIs too. Like we need to understand how APIs and webhook differs because they're like they work hand in hand. So at the end of the day, that basically you need one, the other one needs the other because there is no webhooks without APIs, right? So this system cannot talk to the other system. That is API. So for this system to talk to the other system, that's the work of an API. But then what is webhooks, right? So how does webhook relate to APIs and so forth? Okay. So basically, the key difference here is webhooks. Webhooks actually listings like it's instant. It is happening in real time when there is a call. I'm going to share my other screen because I actually want to draw on the screen. Uh, I love to draw when I'm explaining the difference between these two. So, but just to go through my slide a little bit, we're gonna learn about what is actually webhooks. I mean, The bigger picture, or in summary, is all about instant data delivery, right? And like we don't need to wait and wait for it. We It comes to us when we need it. Okay. API is more of a push, while webhooks is more of a pull. Right. We'll get into details of all of this. I just want to go through the stream, go through the slides. So we're sending data made easy, and that is actually where webhooks comes in. So as example is you create a form in your page. It's a contact form. People can reach out to you. What happens when they reach out to you? When they fill this form, you connect it to a webhook, for example, and you watch a payload. Just to explain that, what that means, you create a form. People fill this form. They submit the form. What happens? You want to be able to receive the form. So let's say you spend most of your time on Slack, where most or Discord. So Slack, Discord, this is where most companies spend most of the time, communicating with each other. I don't really check my emails every single time, but I have Slack opened or Discord open every single time because this is where we have most of the communication. So you literally check your email maybe in the morning when you log into work, and maybe in the evening when you are signing off from work. And this is literally what happens in real world. You're too busy working on projects, or you don't want to be checking your emails every single minute. So what that means is, if there's something happening on one system, you want to be able to get a notification about whatever is happening on where you spend most of your time. So we have a system, our applications are working, but we spend most of the time on Slack communicating with each other, or on Discord communicating with each other. If something is wrong with our system, if someone submits a form, we want to get notified on Slack. We want that information to come to Slack automatically. This is where webhooks actually plays a better role, right? So the ability for your form, your contact us form, to communicate with Slack is what we call API. It's creating that interface between the two applications. It's two different systems, but then it gives it a gateway to communicate with each other. So there's a form living on fill out. I'm going to use fill out as an example. If you're wondering what fill out is it's just a form builder platform. We're going to see how we can actually use it. You just check it out, fillout.com. So it's a form builder. So you create a form, or it could be Google form, fill out form, type form. You create a form. When people fill that form, you want to get notified on Slack. You want to get notified on Discord. What makes it possible for this system to communicate with the other system is what we call API, right? Is a pull request. It pulls that information from here. It creates a gateway, and takes it to the other system. Now, webhooks. You wonder, so what exactly is webhooks doing right here? So webhooks is basically the push model. So I'm gonna draw this. I think when we draw this, I'm gonna draw this on the screen right now. It's gonna make more sense. I'm gonna use a real life example so we can relate to. Uh, okay, so give me 1 second right here. I'm just gonna share my other screen. Okay, so before that, I see a comment right here. I'm just gonna bring this to the stage. Okay, so I just love drawing on whiteboards. It makes the concept more relatable and easy to understand. So let me go back to the comment section. Oh, so it's like webhooks are like subsets of APIs, like adding advanced functionality to it. Sort of. I think is related. Yeah. But yeah, let's get a bigger picture on the drawing board right now. Okay, so let's use this. Let me get a drawing pen right here. Okay, so this is a shop. Let's use this as a shop. So this is a shop right here. Okay, this is you. This is you, literally. Let me make it more like a human. Okay, so this is you, and let's see, we have a pizza shop right here. So this is you. This is a pizza shop. Oh, I can. I think I can. Yep, I can do that. Lock it up. Oh, I can't. Let me try one more time. I don't know. Okay, but that works. So we have you. We have a pizza shop. You want to buy a pizza. So hat to woman, yeah. So you want to buy a pizza. So you ask the pizza shop like, "Hey, I want a pizza," right? The pizza shop can like, "Okay, we don't have a pizza yet. Oh, the pizza is still on processing. We don't have it yet, but we're gonna let you know when it's ready." So you keep asking, you keep asking, "Hey, I want pizza." So this is like an API right here. Let me see if I can just. This is we're just describing an API right now. We keep asking. So we keep asking, like, I want pizza, I want pizza. And the shop keep telling you, okay, pizza is not yet ready, right? Again, back to real world. You ask for data. If the data is not ready, the system is not going to give you the data. It's an API, right? Is an interface. There's a communication between one system and the other. But if there is nothing to give back to the system, it's not going to give you something. So it's more like a pull model. You are asking to receive, but if there's nothing to give back, then nothing is going to be returned, right? So that's you. So this is you asking, is my pizza ready? And the company is like, okay, is the shop replies not yet, or maybe yes, it's asked for delivery. So you have to ask, it's either is ready or maybe it's not ready, but they have to tell you. So API is you asking. You must ask to receive. So you must ask how are you for the other person to respond. I'm fine or I'm not fine. So you need to ask the pizza shop. You need to ask the pizza shop if my pizza is ready. They give you a response, either it's ready or it's not ready. So it's a pull request. So you, the client, have to keep asking to make sure that it's ready or not ready. So think about it like when you're tracking your parcel. You bought something from Amazon. You need to keep looking at the tracking sites, the tracker basically with your tracking ID to see where your parcel is at that particular time. That is you making a request. You ask and you receive. Now, webhook on the other side is when the parcel reaches, let's say, Brazil, or reaches India, or reaches UK or USA, and you receive a notification that your parcel has reached your destination. Right? The package is here. Or when the pizza is being sent, you don't ask, you receive immediately. So you just get a notification. Oh, your pizza is here. You getting someone knocking at the door, and you ask. You don't literally ask. So let's use the example of you don't have to ask when it comes to webhooks. Is programmed in such a way that just notify me when this is ready. So webhooks actually make the world of automation, everything we know about automation is all about webhooks, because automation, we want to remove the hustle of manual work. So we want to remove the hustle of checking in with our pizza shop if our pizza is ready. We just want them to let us know when the pizza is ready, and when it is ready, they should deliver it to us. So we have designed in such a way that I just order my pizza. I don't need to keep asking, is it ready? I just want my pizza to be ready, be processed, get it out for delivery, and just let me know when it's, just deliver it. So when it comes to APIs, we make a request, we click a button, and something get returns back to us. So we ask the pizza shop if our pizza is ready. But in other ways, when it comes to webhooks, we don't go through the hustle of asking. We we're just waiting to be notified that our pizza is ready. So that's the pizza shop, and there's you. Your pizza is ready. That's just it. They just send when the pizza is ready. They just give you like notification. Hey, the pizza is ready, right? So I'm just gonna use this as an example for webhooks. So from here, they just let you know when the pizza is ready. Like you don't ask, they let you know. So this is more of webhooks basically. So I mean, do they work hand in hand? Yes. I mean, there have to be a communication. There have to be that interface, which is API. Does the difference is this is more of automated. Webhooks like we are automating the API processes. We don't want to keep asking. We just want to be notified when it's ready. Okay. If this is making sense, I want you to know. Let me know in the comment section if it's making sense. And if you have questions along the way, just go ahead and ask me. So let me just read this out for webhooks, right? So imagine you just chill, you watch Netflix, and the pizza shop texts you automatically the moment it's ready, right? You don't need to worry about when it's ready, right? So that text message is the webhook. The text message that you receive is the webhook. So the shop pushes info to you in real time without you asking, right? Again, remember, uh, somebody fills a form. Let me go back to form now. Okay, great to know. Great to know that explanation is great. Okay, awesome. So someone fills the form, you get notified on Slack, or you get notified on your WhatsApp or on Discord that someone has filled the form, right? That is webhooks. Now, someone fills the form, you have to go into the system, like let's say fill out, for example, or you need to go into Google Form or Microsoft Form to check who has filled the form. That is, I mean, API is working behind the scene, whether it is webhooks or not. The difference is webhooks is sending you real-time information when the person fills the form. You don't need to sign into your Google form, to your fill out form or Microsoft form to check the information. You receive it instantly the moment they send it. So you don't need to log in and click on view to view it. So that will be you now making a request to the database where the information is stored. So that's basically API working behind the scene, communicating with one system to another. While webhooks is instantly sending you notification and information immediately. The data is being filled. Okay, so I see a comment here like how we have an order nodes going on when pizza is ready, we collect it rather than going to the counter again and again. Exactly. So it's just you receiving without asking. Exactly. So yeah, that's basically the whole picture of webhooks and uh, and API. So APIs are great when you need to fetch data. You need to fetch data. While webhooks are prefetch. So perfect talk about webhooks like prefetch data is already there and it does something immediately based on the instruction you have given it. So webhooks are like perfect when the other apps need to notify you right away. Like you don't need to fetch. It's already there. It's already been pre-fetched, and it just goes on with the instruction that has been given to it. Okay, so let's look at real world examples, right? Payments. When you make payments, you subscribe to you use Stripe to make a payment. You put your card details, and payment goes through. Payments when payments succeeded, those information are captured and sent to you in real time. You receive notification that there's a payment that has gone in your card, right? You don't need to log into your banking app, your banking system to check the transaction. You receive an instant notification when there's a payment from your card. So that's webhook, right? So it's already prefetched. So once the payment was succeeded, it's prefetched and it's sent to you to your automatically sent to your notification system, maybe SMS or maybe your Gmail or so forth. Another example we can relate to is GitHub, right? So when you add a new commit message, you can also push an information to Slack. You receive notification on Gmail. So that is webhook. Instant notification. So we don't have to call it. We just want it to happen whenever something, whenever there's an event, we want this to happen. So see, we're going to look at fill out also as an example, and then Edtable. So I just want to use tools that we all relate to. Notion as well. Okay, so Notion, Edtable, GitHub, Stripe, fill out. These are tools people relate to and we use like on a daily basis. Slack, Discord as well. So we're gonna look at all of these examples. So every one of these examples I just give uses webhooks to shout. So think about webhooks as the whistleblower. It blows a whistle whenever it needs to, right? So you have already programmed it. Okay, hey, if you see something going wrong, I want you to blow a whistle. If someone is feeling sick, call 911. So it's already programmed to do just that, right? So that's webhooks. Okay, so just a little bit of imagine a table. So we have webhooks, your request data. API is your request data. So webhooks is the server sends the data automatically without you requesting for it, right? So APIs are slower again because you are making a request. You have to click, you have to make a request, you have to ask it to do something before it does it. So it goes through the manual process of calling the database and bringing the information back to you. That's basically what happened behind the scene. Why webhooks is more like it's already programmed to prefetch and give it out to you immediately. So it's faster, right? So web APIs are great for reading, while webhooks are great for reacting. Exactly. So that's the key differences. Okay, I think we can actually start looking at real life examples of how we can actually use these tools. But before then, just give you another bonus analogy of another fun analogy of webhooks and APIs. So APIs are like checking your DMs, your direct messages every 10 seconds. You're looking at your messages if someone has sent you a message or not. You refresh. You just keep refreshing to see if data has come in. And while webhooks are like your phone sending a push notification the moment a message is being received. So it's instant. It goes in the moment you receive the data, you receive it. You don't have to refresh the page. So it's in real time. Right. So I think back in the days, there used to be platforms, when the web was not really so modern and fast. You have to like fill information, you have to refresh the page to see what happens next and so forth until we have like real time data, real time options happening. They're playing football match and you're looking at the live score. The moment the moment, let's say Marcus Rashford scores a goal, you receive that someone has scored a goal, the name of the person. That's webhooks, in real time. Okay. So let's actually look at our first example for today. For this example, I'm just gonna show you a very quick example, basically using a site called Webhook Sites. So you have like a real world example of what happens basically when when there's a webhook event. Uh, I'm just gonna share this. So I'm dropping the link on the comment section. Again, you don't need to sign up for this site. You can actually use it without signing up. So you can just go to webhook.site. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen right away also. So you can just go to webhooks.site, bring this to the stage so you can see my screen right here. Okay, here we go. So basically, what this site does is it allows you tests what every webhooks looks like, right? I've been using this for I've been using this a lot in my job. Like when I want to explain webhooks to some of our customers, I always use this as an example so they can see exactly how it works in real life. What happens when a form is submitted and so forth. I've never really signed up for this, like sign up. So you don't need to sign up. We just want to see exactly what happens. So all I needed to do is when you come to this site, when you go to webhook.site, you should see a similar interface like mine, and you'll see your unique URL, and you see your unique email address and so forth. Just in case you want to send an email to this, you can actually send an email to this, and you to come right here. You see exactly what webhooks looks like. So we're just going to copy the unique URL. We're going to use that. And we're going to use fill out forms uh, to see how webhooks work. Okay. So go to webhook.site and then you can go to fillout.com. I'm just going to drop the link to. So it's just a form builder, but you can literally use any other form builder you want. I mean, I'm just going to use Filad because it has a very easy automation tools, and it's free. So there's a free version they can actually use to experiment. A very cool platform, actually. So I think you should check it out. So you can just go to Filad.com, just sign up. It will take you like 5 seconds. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but yeah, you can just sign up with your Gmail. Maybe it could take you like 5 seconds to sign up. So you can just go to fillout.com. So you can have those two sites open. So webhook.site and fillout.com are open on the other side. So we're going to use this to see how we can actually how events happens in real life. If you sign up to fill out for the first time, let me see what it looks like when you sign up for the first time. Trying to sign out, and let's see. Just go to. Okay, I'm just gonna sign up. I'm going to use Microsoft accounts. So I want to be sure I have the same picture you have from your end. So let me sign up using Microsoft account. Mm, okay. Let me try a different email address right here. I'm trying to sign up. Okay, let me sign up with Google. Mm, I don't want to go through the hassle of picking a different email address and so forth. Yeah, I know. I just stick to my usual email. But the process should be just the same. It should be just the same. So I'm just gonna log in. I think you should see an option to verify your account also. I think that's just the difference. You just have to verify your account and you should be good to go. Yeah. So it should be just a click. You just sign up with your Gmail, sign up with Google. There should be a small notification somewhere here asking you to verify. Just verify. They send you a link. You just click and get verified. Okay. So I'm using the free version. This is the free version. So everything I'm doing, you can do on your end as well. A very simple interface. I'm just gonna create a form. So I just have to click on create. Just before I dive in, I just want to know if everyone is on the same page with me. Like, do I have everyone who sign up for fill outs? If you have signed up, let me know on the comment section. Yes, okay. So I have someone right here, Jenny, have signed up for fill out. Yeah. If you're having issues also, let me know. Yes, so we're using the form. Someone asked, are we using the form? Yeah, we're using the fill out form. So just go to fillout.com. I just put the link on the comment section is also on the screen, fillout.com. Just sign up with your Google and you're good to go. Just verify and you're good to go. Okay, so yes, we have someone already here. We have okay, done, done, done. Okay, nice. And of course, if you're having issues, let me know as well. So once you fill out, all you need to do is just create a form. Click on create and create a form. Okay, you have a very similar interface like this where you can select a blank form, a template, or you can connect to third parties. Okay, but let's stick to blank form for now. Just a blank form, and I'll just use the first light theme. Though you can use anything you like, black mood. Have some themes here you can go ahead and use if you want to. And I just click on create form. I can name a form. I'm just gonna name it. I'm going to name it my contact form. Okay, so you can go ahead and name it whatever you want to name it. So this is like very easy. Just have your fields, and you can just drag in and drop your fields. It's just that easy. You can drag and drop. You can just click on it. It will be added automatically. I'm just gonna name this name. And I'm like, what's your name? I'll just leave it as name. I already have this one as email address, and I'm just gonna use. You can also search for a field. So I'm just gonna search for a long answer. I just click on that, and it comes here. And how can I help you? Okay, so just keeping it very easy, simple and straightforward. I mean, you can experiment with these platforms later. So I mean, I can just add a title if I want to. Okay, talk to me. How can I help you? I can make all these things required. Okay, so we have a form. We have a form that uh, ask the users their name, their email address, and of course how we can help them. So since it's a contact me form, so you can call this message, you can call this, you can define, call it whatever you want to call it. So you can name the fields as it pleases you, basically. Okay. So we have this. We can preview how our form looks like. When people be filling in, this is how it will look like. Just that simple. Yeah. Okay, so now time to actually see what happens when people fill our form. So before we publish our form, so you can, the form is not live yet, it's just on the builder, but we can click on publish and it will go live, and we can have a link we can share with the rest of the world to fill out the forms. Again, let's do that. So I'm just going to publish this. And bravo, I have my form is ready to share. So there's the link. I can just copy that, open a new tab. So share this form with you. You can go ahead and fill this form. Let's say I embed the form in my site. So someone comes in and fill this form. Let's say it's Jaco, because I'm a real fan of Jaco. I don't know who else loves Jaco. Jaco music. Okay. Okay, this is a message. So someone fills this form. So this is literally what happens, right? You share your form, people fill the form, they submit the form. Thank you. Okay, everybody's fine. Nothing actually happens, right? I mean, I have to come back to fill out, go to results page for me to be able to see that, okay, somebody actually submitted the form. Okay, Jaco submitted the form, this is their name, this is their email, this is the message. I can use the information as it pleases me. I have to come here again. I have to come here. I have to sign out. I have to log in back to the platform. I have to go to the result page. That is me making a request. That's API working behind the scene. It pulls the data from the database and it gives it out to us. So I have to do this. But I don't want to do this. I want to be able to uh whether I'm on transit, whether I'm out there, not on my laptop. I want to be able to receive an information the moment someone sends it, right? So this is where Webhooks comes in play. So Filat has an integration. You can actually integrate it with a lot of platforms. We're going to see all of that. We're going to see how we can actually make use of all of that. So let's take the webhook example we have right now. So from your Filat form, just before I go over that, so we can actually enable notification, right? Okay, let's say I'll just go to settings. I'm like notifications. I want to receive. Um, Meanwhile, you can do that from settings here. And you can go to notifications, and you can enable self email notifications. So whenever the person fills in the form, you want to be notified. So you can put in the email automatically to use your default email, but you can put in your email and you get notified on email. Again, I need to log into my Gmail to check that, right? But what if I spend most of my time on Slack? What if I spend most of my time on WhatsApp, right? So, WhatsApp is on my phone and it's just always I mean, people that use WhatsApp, they're always on it. Like it's on the phone, you use notification immediately, so it's easy for you to check what happened. Or what if I'm at work and I don't have time to be checking my email 24/7, but I have Slack open. We check Slack more because that's where we communicate with our teammates often. I want that message to go to Slack. I want that message to go to Discord. So we can. That is where webhooks now come in play. But we can notify ourselves via email. We can notify the respondent as well. Just showing you things you can actually do within fill out. So you can notify the respondent. You can also notify yourself. When they submit the form, notify them that they submitted the form if you want to or not. Okay. But then we want an instant notification. So we don't want to ask. We want to receive immediately it happens. So this is where webhooks now come in play. So first thing, go back to webhook.site and copy the unique URL you have right here. You just click on it to copy. You just click on it to copy on the clipboard. If you look at this other end of the page, it says waiting for first request. So it's listening. So that is listening. It's not waiting for you to fetch. Rather, it's listening. I'm going to do something. Let's see. I've copied this. So just click on this. Then go back to your fill out form. Go to the integrate tab right here. You can see integrate. You'll see webhooks. Again, you can again, this is basically what Fila does. It helps you integrate with a whole lot of platforms out there. Google Sheets, Airtable, Notion, HubSpot, Google Drive, a whole lot of them. Okay. Then webhooks is like, okay, it's custom. Okay, you're not seeing the app you need. Example, there is nothing like WhatsApp here, right? But I want to be able to communicate to WhatsApp immediately. Someone submits the form. I want this to directly come to my WhatsApp contact, or I want to send myself an email, maybe using Trello. Though I think we have Trello integration. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Twilio. Yeah, we do. So I mean, behind the scene is still webhook. So you want to get notified. So what I have to do here, click on webhook and paste in the webhook address. I already have it on my clipboard. So I just paste it. When I click on tests, you can click on tests just to make sure that the webhook is working. Hi, I'm one. Hi, Scott today. And nice to have you on the stream. Okay, so when you click on test, it's just runs. You get a notification that it was successful. If you go back to your webhook, you'll see that something happened on the webhook because it is listening. So again, this is like a listening ear is just right there listening to when something happens, right? It has been listening to an event. In as much as you have entered the webhook on the platform, it's set up to listen to whenever the form is being submitted. So when I click on test, it simulates the process of submitting a form. So the webhook grabs it immediately and it sends that information to you. You can see the information right here: the form ID, the form name, submission. Of course, the values are all no because it's a test. We didn't actually submit a form. I'm going to clear this. I'm just going to delete this request. And what I'm going to do is come back to this form. I'm trying to do something. So I think we have like a way of showing two pages at the same time. Do we? Yeah, I think I've done that before. Open in sidebar. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, awesome. Okay. So I just want to show you exactly how this works in real life. It's happening immediately. There's an event. It's not going to take some milliseconds. You see you will see the informations, right? So you have added your webhook here. I don't want us to dive into the advanced option. I'm just going to leave it off. So just enter the webhook address and click on finish setup. Let me minimize this. So click on finish setup and click on publish. Okay, so our form has been published and we have a webhook connection right there. So what happens is when someone fills this form, so we're gonna go ahead and fill this form again. So I'm just gonna open this form on a new tab and I'll fill it in and just keep an eye on here on the webhook site where you have waiting for first request. So is listening is literally, waiting for something to happen. So I'll fill this in. I love Jaco. I also love Drake, so I'm gonna use Drake this time. Okay, and I click submit. It was instant. It doesn't actually waste time. It's instant. If you were looking at the stream, the moment I clicked on submit, this appears here immediately, right? And if you scroll down, you can see the JSON data. So webhooks always send information in JSON format, and then you can literally use it however you want to use it. So it sends the data. From the data, you can specifically look for whatever you're looking for. Maybe data dots, from ID, submission ID, the time it was submitted, and the rest of it. So here you go. It's instant. That is webhook, right? It sends that information immediately to the system it's connected to, right? It's not waiting for you to fetch it. It's happening instantly. So this example of exactly what webhooks actually what webhook is in the real world. Something's happening immediately. You submit the form, it send the form outside to whichever system you want to send it to. Okay. So let me know if you guys are trying that out and seeing how it works. I want you to let me know in the comment section. Yeah, that was like literally milliseconds. Like the moment you're submitting, the moment you're receiving it. Let me try that one more time. Let me see. I'm just gonna use Drake again. Oh no, I'm not gonna use Drake. This time I'm gonna use Kendrick Lamar. These are like my three best rappers. Yeah, so what's the fast? Hey, this is Kendrick. Keep an eye here. It's just instantly. So that is webhooks. It's fast. It's not waiting for you to make a request. So this is the difference between webhook and an API, right? So again, okay, someone has a question. I'm gonna get to that question. So again, API is working behind the scene to communicate between fill out and webhook sites. There has to be a communication channel open, which is exactly what API does. It's just an application interface that helps two systems to communicate. Webhooks is just like a notification system to send that information instantly without me asking for it. So I have a question here. I say, what happens if the server crash? The event is lost. Uh, I'm trying to imagine the scenario, right? When the server crash, can you give me like a real life example? So let's say you're filling this form. So which of the servers this time? Like either of the server, maybe from the webhook side or maybe from the fill out side. I mean, it happened. It can happen. It has been happening, right? I think I have an example of when this can happen. This actually happened last month with AWS, right? Yeah, AWS was done. I think US East one was done, and a lot of a lot of a lot of industries were affected. So it happens. So let's say you're using Slack webhook, for example, and Slack is hosted on AWS, and you submit the form, nothing's going to happen because there is an infrastructure is done. It happens. This is real world, so it's not magic. There's an infrastructure. If the infrastructure is done, nothing is going to come in, right? So it happens. Last month, we all saw this happening. It affected me at work as well. So I think intercom was lagging. I think part of Slack was also lagging. So it happens. It can happen. It has been happening. So it's if it crashes, it crashes. If the infrastructure is done, if one system is done, there's no how it's going to communicate. You send something from fill out, for example, it's not going to come here to webhook. It's not going to reach the webhook because the infrastructure that helps the communication is down. So in cases like this, nothing is going to happen. It's real world. It happens. Sometimes you trying to make a payment through Stripe, and for some reasons, maybe it doesn't go through, maybe it went through, but it does not reflect. I mean, I have seen that scenario at work. A customer is paying for a product, he was debited, but it has not refreshed. Like his system has not refreshed that he has upgraded to the platform. So let's say you're on free plan right now and you click on upgrade, you choose a plan, you make payments, the payment go through, but the system does not upgrade you. It always happens, you know. That could be an infrastructure that was done at that point. That could be a little glitch at that point, and it's going to affect it, right? So it happens. It's, you know, it's reality. It's real world. So it happens every single day. So I see a question: is this limited to forms only, or any Q&A, CNA can be done? Any system at all, like any system you can think of. It could be a custom, your application, a custom app. I'm just using this as an example. So this is a system communicating with another system. This is a system sending information to another system. So it's not limited to forms. It's webhooks is what happens every single time you use an application. You receive a notification when something happens. You book a boat or Uber. The moment your driver arrives, you receive a push notification on your app, you know, that the driver is here. That's webhooks pushing that notification. So every notification you receive is the work of webhooks. That's what webhooks does. It pushes information. It pushes notification. So it's more like a notification system. That's exactly what webhooks is, right? So it's used to give you the information without you asking for it. That's the simple explanation of what webhook does. So I don't need to refresh the page to see the information. I receive it instantly at, you know, in real time. Okay. Google Map, Google Map, you know, you're using Google Map to track, you know, you're using Google Map. Yeah, you're using Google Map to track something. It's real time. It's giving you notifications. You are here. You are here right now. You don't need to literally ask where you are. So that's webhook. It's sending those information immediately to you. Okay, so I have another question here. Do we have another hour next, or is going to be break hour? So I think we still have like 1 hour on this stream. Yeah, but you can take like few minutes, maybe like five. In the next minute, we can just take like 5 minutes. If we then let me know. Let me know if you guys want to take a little break. You know, we can cool off a little and continue. Up to you. Just let me know. Okay, M1. Yeah, you can literally try it out. Okay, so that is it. So let's actually look at. I mean, I just showed you data. I just showed you how you can do that on a webhook. But I have plenty of examples of how we can also use this. So I'm actually going to use Discord right now. Okay. And I'm just going to stick to forms, fill out precisely, because it just gives me that option to, you know, experiment with webhooks, which is awesome. But then Slack also has a webhook that they can listen to. Let me see. Yeah, there's a way you can create sending messages in incoming webhooks. Um, I mean, okay, let me give you a real world example here. So this example of using custom webhook, this is like a custom webhook. You want to put the webhook here when something happens. I want to generate, you know, a notification or send that information to me. So now let's experiment Discord, for example, since all of us are so using Discord, right? When this form is submitted, I want to receive the information on Discord. I can literally use the fill out integration Discord, which is pretty cool, straightforward. Again, I just want to show you that behind the scene, it's just webhooks sending those information to you. I'm just gonna connect my Discord to this. Okay, let me try that on my phone so that I can log in easily. I have a private server. I'm gonna use that, for example, to authenticate, view channels and messages, authorize. Okay, so I have connected Discord. So I'm literally using the authentication method to connect fill out and Discord. So I'm not using custom webhook, but Discord also have like a custom webhook. You can create a custom webhook. Slack also does. You can create a custom webhook. You can paste it here. It lists things, but I just want to use the easy shortcuts basically. So I have a general channel. What I'm trying to do here is each time someone submits this form, I just want to send all the whole fields to the Discord. So I'm just gonna select my channel. If I have more channels, they will all come up here. So you can see how this can be used in real world. You can have different forms, and you have now. Let's go beyond forms. You can have different aspects of your applications. Department, let's say engineering department, finance department. If someone is filling a form and they're talking about billing, you want to send that information to the billing channel. If someone is filling a form and they are requesting help for engineering, you want to send that to engineering. I mean, they're making that work very easy. That's automation, right? So webhooks is just literally helping you automate everything and make it easily. I think I only have one channel on this Discord, so I'm just gonna send it right here. I'll click finish and I'll publish. Uh, I'm going to delete our webhooks. I don't need this anymore. Okay, so let me see what happens. So I literally need to open Discord, make sure I'm on the right channel. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I have my Discord right here. And let me see. I've tested this before, but yeah, I have connected to my general channel, right? So if someone fills the form, it's going to come in right here. Let me delete this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill this form again, publish this form, and open the form and fill it in. This time I'm just going to use my name. Okay, bravo. I got a notification, something happened. What happened? Someone filled the form, the name, the email, the message. I mean, in real time, right? So this could be helpful. This is basically what Webhooks is all about. It's all about sending information immediately. Okay. So let's look at more automations. Like let's look at more tools, things we can do with webhooks. Other examples actually. I have a few of them lined up. Give me 1 second. So we see how we can actually send from fill out, for example, to webhook. Again, you can experiment on your own with Airtable, Notion, and the rest of the integrations here. It's all about sending information from one platform to another. Okay. Now let's look at how we can actually use Make, for example, to send to Slack. But instead of Slack, we can come up with a different idea. So can someone give me another idea? Like, just give me something. I want to go with whatever we pick from the comment section. So I want to send information from my form to a different system. Like, just give me another system. I want something from the comment section. A system you want to see how it works in real life. Anyone? Just give me something. I want this to be from you. I want it to be from you guys. I want it to be from everyone on the stream. So I'm asking from your understanding of webhooks, do you have like a Stripe? We can stimulate that, but I'm not gonna like do that in real life. But we can stimulate that. Mm, right. So someone say if we can do Stripe. Yes, let's do Stripe. So Philiad actually has a Stripe integration, which is pretty cool. So let me show you. I'm gonna use this example right now. So let's say this is a paid consultation, right? So you want to talk to me about something, but you're gonna pay for my time. So let's use that as an example. So talk to me. You enter your name, you enter your email address, but before you talk to me, you have to pay. And after you pay, you can now schedule a call with me. Okay, let's use that as an example, right? So I have a form, talk to me, name, email, message. I'll click on add a page here and I will add a payment page. Payment page, one time subscription, pay what you want. I don't know. I just go with one time for now as an example. Product name is a consultation. Okay, so it's a consultation. Talk to me about your products, right? I can put a fee tag. So let's say it's $20, pay maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, or let's use $50. That sounds fair. $50 for 1 hour. I can choose my currency, just leave it as USD. I can put an image if I want to. Do I want to? Mm, yeah, I like that one. Okay, so if this is the first time, this will ask you to connect your Stripe. Let me see. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on connect to Stripe. No, this is not the account I want. I think I have an account here. And I can go ahead and sign in with that. They're gonna send me a code. That should work. Yeah, so I have like a page. Is it a page? I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but like a page. Buy me a coffee page that I created for some time. I just connect that. Again, I'm just using the uh I don't know. This is supposed to just connect automatically. I'm just using I'm just using the fill out Stripe authentication, right? So I don't want to. Hmm, okay, so I don't want to fill out all this information. So let me see if it connects or not. I know Stripe has like a restriction to countries. So it's kind of worked, but I'm pretty sure it is not really connected. Yeah, I know. Though it still shows up here, but it's not connected. So even if I publish this form and put in some real card, I'm not sure it's gonna go through. But we are stimulating the process. Uh, but this is what it's gonna look like. So the person comes here, fills a form, enter their email, their message. We take them to the checkout page where they have to pay, right? And after they pay, we can now connect them to our scheduling page where they have to schedule a meeting with us. Okay. Let me see. So I want to do something here. Okay. Payments. Okay. Let me see the flow. So I preview this. I fill this info. I go to next. I pay. Yeah. So I have to pay. So I pay. After paying, I have access to what's it called? Schedule a meeting. So I can schedule a meeting until I pay. Okay, that works fine. I just want to check. So book a meeting on form submission. Yeah, I just want to say that. Like doesn't really matter in this case. So the flow is fine. So they pick their name, email. Literally what I can do here is make sure I have the pre-filled. So they don't have to pre-fill this again. For the email, they choose their email. For the name, they choose their name. Okay, so this is just a flow of Stripe. Okay, but then I think we can actually go to Stripe. Stripe has some limitations. So I'm in Nigeria, so I think Stripe is not allowed in Nigeria, which is why it's not actually gonna work, even if I publish the form in real life. But you can try it out if you're in countries that Stripe actually allows. You can create. I think Stripe have a webhook options. It listing to what happens, but I'm gonna give you an example right here. What I mean. So let's stick to our webhook site. Webhook. I'm just gonna show you exactly what I mean by that. I'm just gonna copy this link right here. Let me clear this. Copy this link again. Go back to fill out. Paste it right here. Publish. Publish the form. Okay, so I'm just gonna preview this. Like, so this is like a preview. It's not actually gonna work in real time. I click next. I enter my details. I don't have to like it's a simulation basically. So whatever you entered here is not gonna count. And I click on pay, and I pick some dates basically, and I continue. So let's see what happens. It shows that I've paid. It give me a receipt. What happens here is the information will be sent here. It does. Uh, it give me the pay. If you look at this, you can see payment options. So it gives me like the ID, name, Stripe payment URL, amount, currency, status, and so forth. Right. Right. So this is still like this is literally a real life example. Someone you have a you have a consultation. Someone paid, so you can use webhooks again. So Stripe webhooks you can connect. I think on Stripe you can actually connect the webhooks directly from there. Like you can actually connect whenever a thing is received. You want to do a specific thing, so you're listening to the webhook directly from Stripe, or you're listening to it from here. Okay, like you have your own custom webhook. Uh, I'm gonna use Make in real life. I mean, this is literally automation platform that people use all the time. So I don't know how many of you know Make.com. Just gonna paste that on the comment section. Yeah, but before I dive into that, you can see it gives me the payment option, like the payment IDs and every single thing I need for the form, like the payment ID, the payment URL, the amount, currency, if it was successful or not. So this is literally from the Stripe, and it's coming from, but it's a simulation, right? So it's not actually a real, but it's in a real world. Like if someone is actually paying, it still give you these informations, and you can receive it immediately to wherever you channel it to. So let's actually see how we can actually channel this in real life. So I see a comment. So this looks easy to understand than the Stripe CLI. Yeah, I mean, again, uh, I didn't want to talk about anything programmatically. I just want us to focus on no code tools because again, these tools are actually winning. You can literally be working as an automation engineer, non-code automation engineer. Literally, your job description is to use these platforms, Equitable, Notion, Make, Zeppa, also, to automate processes. I mean, everything literally doesn't have to be programmed. You can literally use non-code automation platforms to automate the whole process. And these businesses need this, and they're actually hiring people to do this in real world, right? So let's look at Make. Make is another automation platform, right? If you look at fill out form, if you go to the integrate tab, you'll see an option for Make. Let's see. Yeah, there's Make here. You can actually, and it's going to open just the Make just to show you what Make is all about. I mean, Filat has a Make module itself they can use, but I'm not going to focus on that. I just want to show us how we can actually use Make webhook, like Make custom webhook. So just in case you're trying to use this in your applications, right? You want to listen to when something happened in your application, but you don't want to do most. You don't want to do more of more of that programmatically. You just want to use tools that can help you do that without writing a lot of code. So this is an option. So Make actually helps you connect to like thousands of applications out there. And let's see that. So you can just go to make.com and sign up. I already have an account, so I'm just gonna sign in. So make Zaba, what's it called? Let me see. Yeah, Zappa. Make, Zappa, these are all automation platforms. They can actually help you connect to one application to another. And the connection or what actually makes these guys work hand in hand is just webhook. Also, N8N is another one. So these are all automation platforms. I'm just mentioning all of them. Okay, so N8N, Zypa, Make. These are all tools you can actually use to see how webhooks work in real life and actually communicate and send notifications instantly. Pretty, non-code applications that you can actually explore to experiment with webhooks. So this is what Make looks like when you sign up and log into your applications. They have a thing called scenarios. Think about it like real life scenarios. So you have a sample of what you want to do and how you should work. So let's create one. Click on create a scenario. Again, is drag and drop. No coding involved. You just drag and drop the whole processes, workflows, and it's work seamlessly. And I also want to give me an example. I just how we're gonna use this. Like, tell me what you want us to do. So someone signs up on the page. Let's say using a form. We're just gonna use the form for example because it helps us to see a real life example of how it works. So I need example from the comment section. Like, give me an example of what you want us to build right now using Make. So when the form is filled, what do you want? What's the event? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want us to do once a form is filled? I need your opinions on the comment section. So give me your opinions. While we on that, we're just gonna take like 5 minutes, just a water break. So go ahead and catch up your breath, drink some water, and drop your suggestions. So we're gonna take 5 minutes. So we'll be back in the next 5 minutes to continue. But go ahead and drop your suggestions on the comment section. So I want to know what you want us to build right now. So when the form is submitted, we're gonna use make webhook to listen to the form. Which other application do you want us to connect that information that we get from the form? So information be sent to the form. We listen to it using make webhook. What else do you want us to do? I want to go ahead and drop your suggestions on the comment section, and we'll be back in the next 4 minutes actually. So we're already taking 1 minute now. So in the next 4 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I think I just have one suggestion on the comments. So, what about something like a customer support ticket? Yes, that sounds fun. So let's see. Hmm. Uh, a customer support system, a customer support ticket. So someone fills the form. We, listen to the form here, and we send it to a ticket. Which ticket could that be? Do you have any specific ticket in mind? Let me see. Do you have any specific ticket in mind that we can send it to? So Make actually has a lot of integrations, like a whole lot of integrations. Oh, Zendesk. Let's see. They have Zendesk. Uh, Verify apps. But I think that we need to like list, create a Zendesk account and so forth. But yeah, it does have Zendesk. Let me see if it will be very easy to do. Let me just see. Let's see. So click on Verify Zendesk. Watch views, watch tickets, check whether new tickets were created. Mm, Get a ticket, retrieve a ticket, create a ticket. Okay, that would be the action we want to do. But that is not what we want to do. Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna click on cancel, delete this module. So click on module. So the first thing I want to do is get a webhooks. Let's see how easy it could be with Zendesk. If it would be that easy, then we can try a different option. So I'm gonna use custom webhook, right? Yeah, I think customer support, that's like a real world example. So you have your form on, I mean, literally most organizations have their chats like Intercom or Zendesk embedded in their site. But this is another option, right? Uh someone can someone can literally fills the form. Let me see. So custom webhook, I'm gonna use custom webhook right here. And choose a hook. You can literally add a new hook right here. Just call it a name. It just have to be a name. Just give it a name. My gateway webhook or MH webhook. Global hack quick. Okay, so I have a hook. I don't need API keys. I just click on save. It gives me the URL. If you can see, you can just click on copy here to copy that URL. So all we need is this URL. So it will be listening for the webhook via this URL. Okay, so I can go back to my form. Let's use this as an example. I don't, okay, I can do this. I click on webhook, just paste in the URL, click on finish. I can test it out just to make sure it's working. So I just click on it, click on tests. Let's see. It works. So it give me status 200, which says it's okay. So if I go back to make, you see successfully determined. So there's a text that has been a communication established between the webhook here and wherever this was actually sent to, right? So we have established this, so we can click on save. So the next info is what happens when the webhook receive something. So when the form is submitted, when the webhooks received an information, we can literally say we want to do something else. And let's do Zendesk. Again, let's see if Zendesk will work. So we want to create a ticket. So I think they have like a module, create a ticket. I think I saw that. Yeah, create a ticket. But we have to create a connection between the webhook Sorry, yeah, Make and Zendesk. And I'm not pretty sure I have a Zendesk account. Yeah, I mean, I need the secret, unique IDs and domain name and so forth to create a connection. But again, to answer your question, yes, that is going to work absolutely fine. So, you know, you listen to the webhook, you create a ticket, just make sure you connect your Zendesk uh, credentials here. It's just going to work flawlessly. So someone fills the form, it creates a ticket using the information that came from the form. Let me use something we can actually use as an example right now. Let's see. I'm just going to delete the Zendesk module. Let me try Google Sheets, for example. Oh, Jira. Yeah, I'm literally looking for something I have access to, like uh, some things I have access to. Like, so someone say Jira. Yeah, they make also have Jira modules they can also use. Looking for something we can like literally just communicate with right now without creating an account. Let me see. They have a table, cool. They also have Slack. Let's try Google Sheets. For example, well, let's try Google Sheets, right? So let's say Google Sheets. So what do we want to do? We want to create a row, append a new row to the bottom of the table, create, let's see. Hmm. Okay, let's use Google Sheet and append a new row to the bottom of the table. So that simply means we need to have a sheet already. So I can literally just connect my Google here. So I was just looking for a connection that I can just connect and I don't need to like create an account and get credentials. But and any scenario you can think of, you can literally make use of it. Even WhatsApp. So they have like a WhatsApp, Discord, Slack, whichever scenario you can think of, those options are all here. An interesting example we are going to do is we can see how we can actually experiment. Like, so someone submits a form. We want to use ChatGPT, OpenAI to summarize and before summarize and then send the information somewhere else. Okay, so let's see. We have added the Google connection. Choose a method. Select from all parts. I don't know. Can choose a file. Okay, I'm just gonna use fill out test. Unformatted, formatted. I can format that. I can leave it unformatted. So there's no invalid file. I don't know why it's invalid, but let's see. So I need a spreadsheet ID. How do I get a spreadsheet ID? Okay, just 1 second. So I'm just gonna go into my Google Sheets. How do I get my ID for this? Let me see. Open a new tab. Okay, so I don't know if this is the ID, but let me see. Yes, that works. Okay. I actually don't want to configure all these things here. So let me see. I just want to make sure the information just gets through. But I already have a sheet. Just gonna open that right here. So basically what I did was I copied the ID from the URL parameter right here. Yep. And I use that. Okay, so back to make. Let's see what we have. So we connected this once the form is filled. We want to add a row with those informations. Okay, let's see how it works. I'm going to run this. I'm just gonna do. Okay, this is not saved yet, so I'm gonna run. So it's actually working. So it's waiting for data. So I'm gonna go back to my fill out form and I'm going to fill the form. Let's see what happens. I'm going to remove this consultation so the form does not get too long. I'll remove the scheduling page so it doesn't get too long. I publish and I'll go ahead and fill the form. Okay, let's go back to make and see. So it's received the webhook, fine. The Google Sheets, something happened as well, fine. So you can see checked. Let's go to the Google Sheet and see what happened. I don't know. I can't see anything here. I can't see any data in here. I don't know exactly what it was expecting, but let's see. I can see. Okay, so I don't know what it was expecting, but let's see. Let's say we actually define what we need, right? So let's delete some of these. So I need the name. I need just three columns: the name, email, and let's call this message, for example. So that's all we need. So delete this column, delete this column, delete this column. So we have name, email, message, delete this column. So let's say we're just looking for name, email, message. So we already have this defined. Let's look at contact form, name, email, message. Let's go back to our make scenario. I think we need to define, sorry, we need to actually define what we want to do right here. So the form gets received. It goes to the sheet one, which is this sheet right here. Okay, so what happens again? Uh, Table contents headers, no, yes, no. So I think so whether to insert, let's see. Okay, so there's values. Oh, I see. So we need to specify what we want to map. So it actually gets the name, email, and message. So we specify what we want to map to each of them. Let's see. From the submissions, I have questions. We have name. So literally we want to map name here. Now we want to map the value of name, right? So submission the questions for name, give me the value. Okay, I think I'm missing something. Give me 1 second. So let's do this. For the webhook, I'm going to determine the data structure again. Let me see. So I'll copy this, go back to, I just need to do a test basically. So I think that's the step we miss. So I'm going to do a test, just a test, go back to webhook, do a test. So it can determine the structure of what is expecting. Okay, so let me see what we have. So it has determined that. So in other words, we should be able to see what we are looking for here. So let's see values. There's submission ID, there is submission time. Hmm. I think this is still using the old what's it called? It's still using the old form structure. So I actually wanted to use the latest form structure. Let me see if it can do that for me. Let me refresh this. Okay, that is fine now. So we have name. Let me see. We have questions here. Again, I don't know, but I'm still seeing the old details here. I don't want the old details. Let me try this real quick. Like delete all these modules and just try it from afresh. I'm just gonna create a webhook, custom webhook right here. I already have a test. I'm just gonna use that. I'm gonna copy the address. I'm gonna go to my form. I'm gonna paste that. Before I do that, let me see what we have. So we have name, email, and message. I'm just gonna go to my result page and delete some of the information we have here, just to keep it all neat. Okay, awesome. So back to my integrate, click on webhook, paste my URL. Let me click on test. It says not active. Okay, just copy the address again. Back here, paste that, click on test. Am I really getting the URL or not? I think I'm not getting the exact URL. So this ends with E1. Let me copy that manually. Yeah, that should be correct. Let me use this example. Okay, let's see if this works now. Okay, so that works, and this should determine the structure. I'll click on save, and I'm gonna click on Google Sheets. I want to add a row. So I'm adding a row. I think that should be I'm not creating a sheet, I'm just adding a row. Yeah, so adding a row should be the right score here. I have the ID, just copy that ID right here. Okay, so I'm expecting a name, email, and message. So for name, I want to get the value. That should be submission ID, question. Just give me the value of the question. Okay, that should be the same for email. Let's see if this works. And for message, the same. I'll click on save. I'll click on, I don't have existing. No, I'm just gonna run a new one. So run once. Let me see. The listening, I'm gonna feed the form. Let's see what happens. By the way, if you have questions for me, go ahead and drop them on the chat. Okay, so it shows it works here. Let me see if it sent data to us. Does it? Yeah, it does. So it's actually working now, but it's not sending the actual data to us. I mean, it's sending data, but I think we're still missing something. So it's just sending the first row. It's sending Vincent, Vincent, Vincent. But what I wanted to send is the name, email, and message. So I think this is something we can debug. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay, we just have to know what we're sending from here. Yeah, I mean, it should be under submissions. So I got a webhook, give me the submissions, but I'm getting only one submission. It's supposed to be the questions here should be three questions, but I'm getting one question. I don't know why I'm getting one question, but literally something we can actually debug. Let me see. No, I think it's something we can debug more and more. Yeah, I'm not sure it's sending me the right data to here. But anyways, we can literally debug that. But let me know if you guys have questions. Like if you have any questions for this session, if you have any concerns, if there's something you want to talk about, a question, something you don't really understand, any question at all, let me know. Let me know. And I'm just gonna drop the feedback link. Okay, we want to hear from you how we can make the experience more better for you and keep improving. So let us know what we can do better. Let us know how we can improve, and let us know what you like and what you don't like. So I drop the feedback a link, and I want you to go ahead and experiment with these tools. Like try to send the form, test with the webhook addresses, receive the form, play along with it. Play along with it on your favorite applications and see how they work. Okay. And also don't forget to leave feedback for us. I just dropped the link on the comment section. And finally, just before we go, I'm still here waiting for you to ask me any questions you may have. I just want to give you a glimpse of the next stream. It's all about Docker and AI. So if you're wondering about what Docker has been, if you be hearing the buzzword Docker, 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 you can look forward to the next stream. So you're gonna learn how you can actually build an application once and run it every single platform. So that's basically it. Again what Docker helps you to do. You build once and you run on different, no limitations of I'm on Windows or I'm on Mac and so forth. Okay, so look forward to the next stream. So questions here: how do you compare with N8N? And it is very powerful. I think it's very powerful, but again, for you to actually compare them, You can just use this, and see which of them works better. But I think Make has a very easy interface for you to just use compared to N88 and sorry N8N. But if you use both, you can just see which one works best for you, and you can go with it. N8, Make, Zeppa. These are all great platforms, and you can, again, it comes to which one you feel more comfortable to use, literally. But they can all help you achieve the same goal, right? So I have another question here. Say, in a developer job, will be using these non-code tools? Yes. Uh, people are being employed as non-code AI automation engineers, non-code infrastructure engineers. They have different titles for them, right? And automation engineers, you don't literally have to be using Pythons or programmatically doing automations. So you can actually get actual jobs. People are actually working as automation engineers. Without writing single line of code, right? They just connect. They use non-code tools to make the work very easy, and organizations love this because it's easy, uh, more affordable as well, than building from scratch. So webhooks actually make things actually more easy because you're just listening, getting the data, and sending the data. So instead of building from scratch, writing, programming, for all these, you can actually use non-code. Yeah, so people are actually hiring non-code application engineers, non-code automation engineers, and they're being paid huge amount of money to do this job every single day. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you again, guys. Don't forget to check the feedback link and leave any feedback you may have for us. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you all for the day. But if you have questions, go ahead and leave your questions for me. I'll go ahead and answer them. Whether on Discord, I'll be there. Looking forward to your questions. So I'm just gonna give you a little big break so you can prepare for the next stream. Thank you, guys, and do have a rest wonderful day.